Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I am outside today in the sun, so there is a glare, and yeah, so I'm sorry about that. I was trying to figure out how could I work with it and make sure that the glare is not too bad. I can't really find the area though, because it's really just the sun beaming down. But I had to come outside today and get some of this beautiful sun. It is beautiful. It is hot as hell out here, but it is beautiful. So I wanted to, shoot my video outside today. So as I said, welcome back to my channel, Tessie's World. I hope that you guys are having a great day. Happy Tuesday. I swear I do not do this on purpose, but it's so funny that it feels like every time I shoot a video, it is on a Tuesday. So happy Tuesday. I hope that you guys are outside having a good day. I hope that you guys have had some good food today, some good fruit, some good water. I hope that you guys are learning something new today. I just hope that you guys are having a good day all together. So today this video is going to be about, as you just seen, stop disappointing ourselves. You've seen the title. So I wanted to make this video because I kind of feel like we disappoint ourselves more than anybody else can, okay? And I feel like that because there are so many things that we always, I'm sorry guys, I told you it's hot. I do have a napkin, so I'm gonna have to find it because I'm really sweating. There are so many things that we always want to do. There are so many ideas that we think of. There are so many things that we want to experience, and we don't do them. And that leads to disappointment. And once we are disappointed within ourselves, there are a few things that can happen. We can go into depression. We can just start to think that we're not good enough. We can start to think that our life will never change. So I wanted to speak today about why we need to stop disappointing ourselves, and how how working on stop disappointing ourselves can actually help us not feel so, I'm sorry guys, garbage truck is coming, not feel so bad when others disappoint us, or it not hurt so bad, shall I say, when others disappoint us. Because when we disappoint ourselves, it just like hurts much more. I think I'm gonna have to end, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. The garbage truck left, and I'm sorry about that, but you guys weren't gonna be able to hear me. So yeah, and oh my god, I kind of feel like, oh god, the stench of a garbage truck, I get it, it's a garbage truck, but the way it lingers is just unbearable. But I'm getting fresh air now, so thank God for that. So yeah, like I was saying, when we disappoint ourselves, it leads us to thinking that we're not good enough. It leads us to thinking that life will never change. It leads us to just getting all these sabotaging thoughts in our head. And once we get those sabotaging thoughts in our head, it is like, my God, we can never get them out. It takes some time. It feels like years of rebuilding and rebranding and rethinking and unlearning to make you feel like those thoughts are not true. It makes you feel like when you have those sabotaging thoughts, that's it. That's the solution. That's it. Nothing's ever going to change. So I want to say that we just need to really work on not disappointing ourselves. Us as a human species, the crazy thing about us is we have this up here. We have a brain. But that brain is so easy to be manipulated in so many different ways. Sometimes we're manipulated by what we see. We're definitely manipulated by what we think. We're definitely manipulated by what we think others think of us. We're manipulated by a whole bunch of things. So when you don't take care of your brain and you don't take care of your thought process, it just leads you down this bad place. You can just get in this cave of just darkness. And when you're in that cave of darkness, like I said, you don't think you're ever going to see the light again. You're just there. And what happens is we start to dig ourselves deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. You ever go through something and you kind of feel like, oh my God, that situation was really bad. But then it's like, it's 30 times worse now. Yeah, because it is. Because we killed ourselves. Sometimes I think we do it and we don't even realize. And that's the worst, when you don't realize that you're sabotaging yourself that deep into the hole. So I had a few pointers, but I didn't get to write them down. So I hope that I'm going to be able to flow and catch all the pointers that I wanted to talk about in this Stop Disappointing Yourself. So as I stated, we have so much we want to experience, so many ideas that pop into our head, and so many things that we just want to do. And you know what? We never do them. And in never doing them, that's a disappointment, because now we sit there and we're kind of like, God damn it, you know, I know that that was a really good idea, but I couldn't find the determination, the ambition to get myself out there and do it. So now you have a friend, you have a mate, you have family, you have friends, and they do something and they disappoint you. I am not saying that people can't disappoint you, but as I stated, I kind of feel like if we've already disappointed ourselves, their disappointment feels 30 times worse, because we're looking for them to come through and do something that won't disappoint us, but we don't even realize that we already disappointed ourselves. So now who's like, is it worse that they didn't come through because they were supposed to fix what you didn't do for yourself? Or is it worse that you didn't come through for yourself, so now you're relying on someone else to make you feel better? That's more than likely what it is. We disappoint ourselves so badly that then we start to become these nasty assholes of people. You know, we're super nasty to ourselves, which makes us be nasty to one another, which then has us living in this energy of just nastiness. And now nothing works for us. You know, you ever feel like, oh my God, your day started off horrible, right? And now you're kind of like, oh, fuck this shit. You know, this is going to be a bad day. You don't realize that by you saying that now, you have given the rights to the energy of the universe to give you a bad day, because every thought in your head is of bad. Every thought in your head is, this is not going to work anyway, disappointment. So now you're just disappointed the entire day. I'm not saying that we don't have simple disappointments throughout the day, but I am saying that the more that we harp on just that, the more that that's what we're going to get. We're not going to, it's not going to get better is what I'm saying. You can't ever think that you're just going to have a negative mindset and that some type of way it's going to turn into this positive lifestyle, because it's not. It doesn't work like that. So we need to think about how we can make small changes. Yes, I know things don't happen overnight. You know, it takes time, but I do know that any small change that you can make will make a grand difference at the end. When you just make the simple thought of saying to yourself, okay, you know what, that didn't go the way I wanted. As we talked last time about obstacles, that didn't go the way I wanted, but you know what, there was something that I learned that can make me do better next time. There you go. That's a simple change. A simple change. And that simple change, that simple act of breathing through it, that simple act of not getting into that whirlwind of, you know, as I talked about last time, the being a brat. That simple act of not turning into that brat because it didn't work out or go the way that you wanted it to go. You know, I don't want to sound repetitive because we already spoke about that. But yeah, those things are how we disappoint ourselves. And when we don't think that we can do better, we don't do better. That's mainly what it is. It is all about our brain. It is all about our mind. It is all about what we think. I know you hear that time and time again, but it's the truth. So like I said, I had some pointers. I'm trying to get them to come back to me. But yeah, disappointment, man, is something that really takes us out, man. And I really don't think that it has anything to do with anything outside of ourselves. I really truly think it's all within. I do. So like, for instance, me with this YouTube, I told you guys I wanted to do this YouTube forever, and what happened is I just never freaking picked up the damn phone, camera, or anything and press record. I don't know what the fuck I was waiting for, but whatever I was waiting for, guess what, it never came. The only thing that's giving me enjoyment right now, and the only thing that's encouraging me, is the fact that I'm actually doing it. If I would have never picked up this phone and press record and started, I wouldn't even have now 4 videos up just that quick. And if I would have started initially when I started, I wouldn't have disappointed myself so bad. If I was to take my own advice, so I don't want to talk about that too much because we're going to get into that one point at one time, you know, but if I was to take my own advice so much and stop trying to fix and recreate everyone else's life, I wouldn't be so disappointed. You know, I have this savior complex about myself where I kind of feel like if it's friends, if it's families, or if it's anyone that I see that I feel like, oh my God, I can help them, I go above and beyond to help them. But I never get the result that I want, shall I say, because people are going to do what they want to do. People are going to fix what they want to fix. People are going to stay where they want to stay. And what happens is, time and time again, I have friendships that, you know, don't go the way I want to, and I'm disappointed. But the truth is, I'm more disappointed within myself because I should not put anyone as a priority more than myself. I am my own priority. As I told you last time, or I don't think I should, but I don't have any kids right now. So with me not having any kids, no one should be above me. No one. I should be first and foremost every day on the top of my list. That's it. I shouldn't be sitting here trying to make sure everyone else is having a life, trying to create everyone else's happy life for them and not my own. So who's disappointing who? I'm disappointing myself, right? So it's like, when we really break it down and realize why sometimes life sucks, or why sometimes we are in this like just this sad space, you know, it's us. It is us. We give it to ourselves. I one time read somewhere or heard somewhere that life doesn't have to feel as bad as it is. Life doesn't have to struggle as hard as it does, but it's us. We put more struggle. We put all this stuff on top of us. And when things don't go, we're disappointed and we're just super upset. So we have to stop disappointing ourselves. If there's something you want to do, I'm telling you right now, go do it. I don't care how you started. I don't care how small it is. Go do it. Because you'll feel happier that you started and you tried to do something rather than you did nothing and you just sat there with disappointment on your face and in your brain and in your heart and in your soul. Go do it now. Start where you are. I don't care how simple you start. If there is something you want to have done in the future, start to plan it out now. Start to do something. Start somewhere. Don't just sit there and not do it at all, because that ain't gonna work. Like, that's just not gonna work. It's just not gonna do better for you. I'm telling you, it's not. Waits around for what? What are you waiting around for? Oh, I need this. Okay, you do need that, right? But guess what? That is something you can work towards. That is something you can look forward to if you at least just attempt something now. You waiting till you have all the pieces in your puzzle put together is you don't know how much time you're wasting by waiting, shall I put it like that. So don't wait. Don't wait. Try to do what you can. Try to, maybe even if it's not something tangible, networking. Maybe even if it's not networking, do some research. There is something that you can do that can help you get closer to whatever it is that you want to accomplish. We all have goals and we all want to achieve them. But if we don't start to try any piece of a way that we can to at least try to get on the bridge, if we don't take the first step off and get onto the bridge, then we're never going to make it across. No one has made it across the bridge to get to what they wanted, or where they wanted, shall I say, by staying planted where they were. It doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. Just like if you have a tree, that tree needs to be rooted, right? You need to dig up the dirt. You need to place it in there. You need those roots to attach. And once those roots attach, guess what? That tree is gone. But if you sit there and you leave that tree just on the pavement, it's going down. It ain't gonna go nowhere, because you just got it planted right there. It's just, where's it gonna go? It needed the nourishment of the dirt to have it grow its roots. And that's what we need. We need the same thing. We need to be nourished. We need to nourish ourselves. If we don't nourish ourselves, we'll stay exactly where we are. And everyone doesn't nourish themselves the same. Find out what works for you. I love yoga. I love working out. I love going out. I love dancing. Those things work for me. They re-energize me. They recharge me. They make me feel nourished. They get me up. But those might not be things that you like, Maybe what you like to do is meditate. Maybe you don't like to meditate. Maybe you just sometimes, you want to go out with your friends. Whatever it is that you need to do. But I would say, not that your friends can't recharge you, but I would say, just a little tidbit of advice, do not make that your primary source of recharge. Because what happens is, if you feel like your friends are what recharge you, you would then rely on your friends to be there to recharge you every single time. And people have lives as you have a life. So if you're waiting on your friends to recharge you and your friend is not there, or your friends are not there to recharge you, then you'll just always be dull and dead. And that's kind of not fair, because no one is obligated to give you their time 24/7. And you as a person should not want to always have to recharge yourself by sticking in, that cord or that cable to someone else. Because believe it or not, as much as we like to be friends, and I got something to talk about this as well soon down the line, as much as we like to be great friends, we cannot recharge other people so much, because it's just like charging your phone. If you charge your phone through your USB, through your through your laptop, guess what? Your laptop is dying because you're sucking the juice out of that laptop to recharge your phone. So think of that as the same instance of using another person to recharge, or trying to recharge another person through that same way. You're gonna kill yourself and die yourself out. But yeah, these are things that we just need to focus on, and we just need to realize that we disappoint ourselves more than anyone else can. I don't care who that person is. If you don't do the things that make you happy, if you don't accomplish the goals, if you don't go out and feed that idea, if you don't go out and do those things, whatever it may be, you would disappoint yourself far more than anyone else can ever disappoint you. So you just have to work at it. It's not going to happen overnight, as I stated, but I believe that practice makes perfect, right? And I'm not saying perfect in that sense. What I am saying is getting yourself out of moving in that downward spiral, learning how to bring yourself up, learning how to stay determined, learning how to stay focused, learning that your ambition is all you need, learning that you can do it, because that's one of the major things that we all suffer with. We don't think we can do things. We see these other people doing things, and we don't think we can do it. And man, that's the number one thing. Once we put that in our head, guess what, man? It's not that we can't, but once we believe we can't, good luck. Good luck telling us that we can. Good luck, man. Because it's just not gonna work. It's not. So, yeah, like I said, I have some pointers, and right now I cannot get them to come to my mind. We all hate when that happens too, right? I should have wrote them down. I had the pointers last night before I went to sleep, but I was tired, so I really just went to bed, and I tried to see if I can get them to come back to me throughout this morning and this afternoon, but they haven't. I probably have hit some of them, but again, sometimes you want things to flow in a way that you want them to flow, and it wasn't that I needed it to be perfect, but I kind of felt like those pointers, man, they would just hit it on the head. I know that probably I know that the message is what I was trying to get out of my mouth, that I'm trying to get you guys to understand, probably has already been understood, right? But yeah, so just stop disappointing ourselves, man. Work on what we got to work on, do what we got to do for ourselves, and I'm telling you, after that, you'll realize that your life is changing. It will not happen probably how you want it to happen. We're gonna have obstacles, as we spoke about last time, but it will happen, and that's what we need to realize, and that's what we need to have happen for us. So work on stop disappointing yourself. Now I get shade. Work on stop disappointing yourself, and work on stop trying to put other things in other people's hands so that they disappoint you, and just keep on going. Just keep on trying. That's what I always want to say. Keep on trying, keep on trying, keep on trying. And the more you try, the more will happen. If not, the more you try, the more you learn. And that still will give you something. Knowledge is not sometimes, the action is great, but sometimes knowledge is better than action, because you can learn how to do it another way. You can learn how to navigate. You can learn how to work. All of it is the same thing, but just sometimes knowledge sometimes is better than actual action. I'm not saying that action is not good, so please do not misinterpret what I'm saying, but I am just saying that knowledge is good. All right, guys, so I am super sweaty now. So the shade came now, but I was already baking. So I just want to say that's the tea with me today. I hope that you guys are having a great day, as I stated, and yeah, just work on thyself, okay? So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Yeah, I don't know why I'm saying so much in this video, but it's probably because I feel a little bit I didn't have my pointers, but whatever, we all go through it. But the main point is stop disappointing yourself. No one can disappoint yourself worse than you can, and when you finally learn that, the gates will open. So have a good day, guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.